Hi there, guys. This is Joffrey with Guth Lawn Care. Hey, I hope everything's going well. Like I've probably said the last few times that I've done a video, it's been a long time, but here I am. It's late in the fall, before Christmas, December 19th, I believe is the date today, 2020. And anyway, here in my backyard, I decided to blow all the leaves. I blew them off already into kind of the creek area, along the side of the creek. And I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go over the yard one more time. It's probably been since late October, early November when I last mowed this. It wasn't super long, but it never grows real fast back here just because it's so shaded. But I thought I'm gonna clean it up a little bit and lay down a few stripes. So that's exactly what I did. But let me tell you a little bit about my season this year. It's been a good 2020. Not hearing many people say that. Everyone wants 2020 to end. But for me and my lawn care business, it was a good year. Started off pretty wet again, raining in the spring. And then came basically Memorial Day, and the rain just stopped. And then by the 4th of July, it was dry. Things were brown, not looking so good. But during that point in June, I did mow most every week. I think by the end of June, first part of July, that's when it slowed down. I'm like, man, I'm really going to be in big trouble. There's going to be no grass to mow, because it wasn't growing and it was dormant. But then we had a huge rain in July, about the middle of July. Actually, this creek back here, that you see, it was all the way up to where the grass is, and you can't tell from here, but it's down 10 feet into there. So I mean, it was up a lot. But we had like 8 or 9 inches of rain in July in one day, actually in about 4 or 5 hours. It was a huge flood, and that really just helped the grass come back. We had cracks in the ground that were humongous, and that helped bring everything back. And then we got rain pretty much the rest of the way. This fall's been kind of dry, but it was actually a great fall, one of the better ones in years. The leaves came down at a decent rate, not all too fast. They were down earlier than usual though, but I was able to mulch stuff up like I like to do, and it went really well because it was dry, so stuff mulched up really nice. Didn't have too many wet leaves to deal with. But yeah, I was very, very thankful for the fall that we had, and I was pretty much done by Thanksgiving, which the last few years it's been after Thanksgiving, and then it turns off where it snows. But we had some really good weather. We've had some cold days now recently, but really for the most part can't complain. We've had great weather, and here I am outside today in this video, and it's like, I don't know, I think it was like 42, 43 degrees. But I mean, that's nice for this time of year. Sun was shining, there was no wind. And so I decided to go out and enjoy the mow, is what I did. But you'll see here in a couple minutes, I laid these stripes down. And then I thought, with this nice weather, I think I'm going to go ahead and clean up the mowers a little bit. So that's what I did then after this. But yeah, I went ahead and I decided I wanted to lay a few stripes down, make it one last time here. So I went over them twice, as you can see I'm doing. Went one way and then came back down, and all the way back down to the other end of the yard where I started. And actually back in here, it stays pretty well green just because it's shaded all the time in the summer. And this is on the north side, and the sun doesn't really hit it, so it stays nice and green in this grass. And then actually it stayed green because it just, I guess, being on the north side doesn't dry out much, so it's just kept its green color. But yeah, actually most of the stuff around here is still fairly green for this time of year. We haven't hardly had any snow. You maybe see there's a little snow in the creek there along the edge. We had about a ½ inch of snow the other day, but that was the only snow we've had this winter, which is amazing because the last few falls, that's why it's been so late picking the leaves up. Like last year, a year ago, I don't know if you remember, I put a video out on Halloween, and it snowed on Halloween, and then it's like I was trying to get the leaves up, and I just had a struggle doing that. But that's partly why fall was so good. We didn't have any snow to contend with, so perfect weather, and I was able to get the cleanups done. But yeah, I'm almost done with this mowing here, and I'm going to be coming up probably the stairs here in a second and getting the camera, and then I'll be doing some cleanups on the mower. I decided to blow off the mowers and get them kind of all cleaned up before I put them away for the winter, and that's important to do. As I found that I found some things that needed some attention on there. So that's what I decided to do, was kind of go over the mowers, blow everything off, and you know, check out what needs looked at for the spring and what I need to do, you know, next year. But here I'm kind of showing off my stripes, of course, and I know if you guys are like me, you love making them stripes in the grass. And but anyway, yeah, here I got the trailer backed in, and I'm getting the mower ready. I think what I'm doing here is getting the air compressor hose out and getting ready to go ahead and just kind of blow everything off. I'll go ahead though now while I'm doing this and play a little music, but it's kind of relaxing. Okay, just take time, relax, and just watch the footage. You know, think about your season and how it's gone, and just take this time of year, guys, to relax and enjoy life, enjoy your family, and hopefully the slowness of things. So anyway, keep on watching. I'm going to hopefully make a couple different parts to this video. This is going to be part one. But yeah, keep on watching. I'll probably do some talking here towards the end. All right. Hey, we'll see you in a bit. Actually, if you want to see some footage of what I found that was broke, then just skip ahead to about the 12-minute mark. But otherwise, I'm going to play some music here while I clean off the mowers. Okay, so I lied. I'm going to start talking before 12 minutes, but if someone fast forward to 12, they'll still hear it. But anyway, I decided I better take a look in here, get the air gun, and guess what? Down in there, I love the compactness of this turf or Viking, not Viking Vantage. Viking is my smaller mower, but down inside by them hydros, it is really tough to like get in there, and leaves get stuck down in there, and grass and stuff, and it's just really tricky to get in some of them spots. Right there, I gotta blow a little bit out of the around the battery, but you'll see back here again in a minute. I think I show down behind that engine, because it's so compact, it is just tough to get inside there. Okay, and you really got to just get in there with an air gun and blow it out. But even so, like I cannot get in some of these places. It's just too tight. But right here, I'm trying to get all them little nooks and crannies. That grass gets built up in there, and it gets wet. And I mean, it's not good because it's going to cause rust. Is what it's going to do. And you really got to get that stuff off there, especially if it sits all winter. But yeah, you just get the air gun out and really blow it off. But yeah, like down in here, like look, there's a stick that's stuck in there, and it's just super tight behind that engine on that platform, because the way this is designed, the whole engine moves up and down with the deck. Here's where I'm getting to the point where now I find a problem. Okay, because I want to drop this panel down. Right here it is. I pull the pins out, and then that's when I realized, what in the world? This is already dropped off of here. There's a little plastic piece that slides over. I'll show it here in a second, I guess, after I get this other side off. But it's broken now. Here I tried pulling it out. Right there, that plastic piece. I didn't probably do it very. Yeah, right in there, you can see it is broke. This is what it should look like. I think I was trying to pull this off, and I had the camera in my hand. It was kind of hard. But what you have to do is slide that piece of plastic over, and then that should just drop down real easy. But for whatever reason, because that plastic is there, it's just hard to get. I think I end up setting the camera down for a second and then pulling it off, or pausing it or something. But finally, I get the thing down, and I'm able to pull it off. But you'll see here in just a second, there's a lot of grass in there. A lot of grass in there, and it is kind of just tucked in there in spots we can't get to. Well, I just walked away from it. What I'm doing now, I guess I was shutting the blower off. But yeah, back in there, especially like where the fuse panel is, there's a lot of grass gets stuck in there. It's on the left hand side. Can't really see it there. Arms blocking it, but it gets tucked in there and it gets around the fuses. And I had some issues one time with the clutch. I don't know if you remember that. A couple of years ago, my mower was down for quite a while, but I was playing with a lot of them fuses in there, and because I was worried, they weren't getting a good connection. But yeah, this stuff really gets caught up in there. That's the problem with being compacted like that. It's even down there in the linkage, really gets down in that stuff too. So not a bad idea to just blow that stuff out every so often and make sure that nothing's causing corrosion. See there, you can see some right in the corner. I just missed it up there on the right hand side, but yeah, I'll probably find it eventually. But it's just all over in there, and it just gets jammed in the tight corners. Yeah, right over there I'm in like where the fuses are now, and it really just gets stuck in there, and then it gets on top of the gas tank, and I don't like that up in there either. But I'm going to continue cleaning all this out of here, getting it looking good for winter so it can sit in the shed and do nothing. But at least it won't have dirt all over it and stuff where, the potential for mice and rodents to get in there and make a nest. I mean, they would just be able to pull the stuff out that's already in there. But the nice thing is I do have a garage now where I don't have to store stuff out in the farm like I did in the past. So that does help a lot. I don't have to worry as much. Here's this piece I was talking about, that little plastic piece. It's busted, and it holds that knee pad thing up there. And so anyway, I get it back on, but it is kind of loose on that side, and it's kind of not sitting like it should. So I probably should order that part. So anyway, I'm glad I did, kind of take this apart and look at that stuff, because that really kind of give me an idea, you know, of what I need to do to make sure everything's ready to roll in the spring. That way I'm not having to mess around with stuff, because I know how it goes. Every spring it comes, the weather turns nice, and I'm busy doing cleanups and out there, you know, cutting back perennials and stuff. And then I kind of have to find the window to get the mowers ready to go. And so it's best, you know, get the stuff now while the weather's nice. It's not like I'm working in anybody's yard. And now the nice thing is I have a garage where I can work and do it. So, yeah, that's how it goes, guys. Clean it up before you put it away. You don't want to put the stuff away dirty, because then you got to mess with it in the spring. And like I said, then it's just allowing stuff to sit there all winter. But here I go. I'm up at the turf tracer now. I'm going to blow that off. But hey, sit back and listen to a little bit more tunes here, and I'll be back here at the end to say a few things before this video's done. So I'm going to be about out of time here. Just finished blowing off this mower. I'm going to call this video part 1, and I'm going to come back with some more footage here in part 2, and you'll have to wait and see what that's all about. Alright, hey, we'll talk to you later. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. This is Jeffrey with Lunk here. See ya.